Well, happy Friday, September 30th. Hope you and your family are having a great start to the fall season and are well. I wanted to reach out with a little encouragement by way of kind of a little glimpse into our family, and more than that, maybe a kind of a fun analogy around the power of a financial plan. I got home last night, and my wife Carly was on the move. She had made a commitment to some friends to go to dinner, and she was kind of filling me in on the day and kind of giving me instruction on what's for dinner and the agenda for homework and items for our girls. And I rounded the corner to notice our three were kind of on the move. Our older two, Adley and Olive, who are 7 and 5, were sitting on the floor in the living room working on something. And just above them, I could see our 3-year-old, who's kind of a handful these days, on the run. And I sat down with our oldest two, and I quickly identified that they were working on a puzzle. And looking at it as an excuse to kind of jump into their world, I sat down and I thought I'll just kind of chip away at it with them. We caught up on the day, and before I knew it, I was sleeves rolled up and involved in the puzzle myself. And the two things I noticed off the cuff is, one, it was more complex than we've done, and more than that, the box was missing. We had no picture to work off of and no context for each of the pieces and what went where. But quickly it seemed like it was kind of a princess puzzle, but we weren't sure if there were one or two or more, just given the absence of picture. And we're starting to put all these colors together and notice that there were stones that must be a castle, but were there one or were there two? And it looked like there was kind of a scaly animal that might be a dragon or a lizard, none of which matter necessarily other than where the next piece goes. So we started kind of framing the corners. We wondered if we could find the corners and work the edges, but quickly got confused that way too. Before long, my oldest, Adley, stood up and she said, "I'm going to go find the box," which was brilliant. But she came back, and as soon as we saw the picture, everything clicked. We knew where the castle went, and it was one castle that was in the lower left, and we could see that there was one princess who was kind of right in the middle and a dragon just above her. But each of those pieces started to make a whole lot more sense when we could step back and identify the picture and the puzzle itself. And it provided great context. And as we were kind of wrapping up the puzzle, having fun kind of in that few minutes of catch up, I smiled thinking, isn't this similar to the joy of the journey that we serve with the families that we have the pleasure of taking care of? And a lot of it is exactly that. Our mission as a firm is helping high-paced families live by design. And I think absent that, I think a lot of families and a lot of us are on the run. Life's busy, and I think we lose track of what piece goes where and what the puzzle is and what the picture even is some days. And I think that the greatest joy we have as planners is to sit down with the families that we serve and that we care about, to help them identify the things that are most important to them. And from there, really build out the foundation, the framework, and the financial plan to allow for the greatest success as we progress together. And I guess what I would encourage you by is, if we haven't sat down in some time, we'd love the opportunity to kind of fine-tune what that picture is and what the framework and the foundation for those puzzle pieces are. And furthermore, I guess what I'd say is, if you haven't had the chance to sit down, you feel like you're flying blind, or you're kind of piecing together puzzle pieces that are not making a ton of sense, or you haven't revisited those things that are important and what the picture is, we'd love the chance to sit down with you. Give us a call. But anyway, just thought I'd share a quick lighthearted story of encouragement and kind of the power and the joy of bringing some clarity to the journey. Make it a great day, and God bless.